All right, everyone, it's rather interesting to see that the left is sort of recycling an element of the 2016 election right now. You see big in the news, Taylor Swift endorses Kamala Harris. 300,000 people then went to vote.gov. First and foremost, probably less than a tenth of those people actually signed up to vote because a lot of her fans are underage, so they can't vote. There would be people in there that didn't follow through with the process or filled it out wrong or something, so you're kind of overstating the importance. And I have a feeling the sort of people that would register to vote because of Taylor Swift's endorsement of Kamala Harris probably leaned left to begin with. So basically, you've got a bunch of people in inner city areas and they're going to vote for Kamala Harris. Well, those tend to be in areas that are already blue. So the effect is actually quite blunted. And secondly, though, it's shades of 2016. You remember that celebrity supercut that was made in 2016 for Hillary Clinton? And like every other A-list celebrity other than like the Ted Nugents and Kid Rocks of the world and the Mel Gibsons, they didn't show up, but everyone else was endorsing Hillary Clinton. What happened in that election? Did she win or did she lose? The fact is that this follows through with another concept too. The Democrats have become the party of big money. They've become the party of billionaires, other than Trump and a few others, maybe Peter Thiel or something like that. For the most part, the rich and powerful are endorsing Kamala Harris. They're doing that because they know that they can continue their fiscal monopolies more easily. Trump may break the toys. Well, that's a problem. He may try to prevent them from doing business with a foreign country or something like that, one that's fucking around with its currency or trade, like China. Or something along those lines. Kamala Harris represents the status quo. Well, the status quo to them, an inflationary economy, is actually good because most of their assets are tied up in things that appreciate with the inflation. It's not like they just have stacks of money. This is not... Some people think that the rich and powerful, they're like Scrooge McDuck. So they've got literally like a farm silo full of gold coins or something like that. Although the gold might appreciate with it too, of course. That's not the way that it works. No, their assets are tied up in real estate and yachts and businesses, factories, things of that nature. That's how they have continuing income. Trump is the same way, by the way. The inflation is not affecting him particularly. Yet he's still fighting against it. He is opposed to it, at least in word. But indeed, of course, we see Donald Trump did reign over a partially deflationary economy for several years. Very interesting. A billionaire that wants deflation. It's almost self-deprecating. The left, though, is entirely reliant on, at this point, celebrities and a handful of influencers. Those that are more independent generally seem to be leaning more towards Donald Trump, which is not a surprise. Those of us that have to actually do meaningful work are going to tend to prefer a deflationary economy. Maybe no new wars. That would be nice. Kill less people. You think the legacy media wants that, though? No, they love it when a drone strike hits an orphanage. That's heavy-hitting news. That gets them a lot of revenue. They're rooting for war. The bankers are rooting for inflation, too. They don't give a fuck. None of these people care about you. The celebrities just want to be able to inflate the ticket prices, at their concerts or whatever. And you pay $500, I'll autograph this hat for you and stuff like that. It was $50 a few years ago, but, Bidenomics. They won't mention it actually out loud, but it actually benefits them. The left is reliant on people like Taylor Swift because they don't have any real political talent. I mean, think of the A-list roster for the Democratic Party right now. You've got John Fetterman, who literally had a massive stroke and for a while there appeared not even to be self-aware. He's one of their heavy hitters. Okay, that's good. Elizabeth Warren, somebody like that. Okay, so, Liahwatha. You've got, I guess Klobuchar kind of conforms to that. I don't know if she's one on their A-list roster. Gavin Newsom, the vapid lockdown hypocrite. The one that was maskless at the French Laundry that time and got criticized for it and then didn't really want to talk about the issue anymore. Hochul, Kathy Hochul. Oh, yeah, wonderful. Whitmer, that's their A-list roster. I guess you can put Buttigieg on there too. That's their A-list roster right now. Kamala, by the way, not on the A-list roster. The only reason she's even the candidate is because they would have jettisoned several states had they had anyone else, because she was the only other person other than Biden that was originally on the ticket. That's the only reason that she's being allowed to run at all. When you say, well, they seem awfully confident, no. No, they're wagon circling. They're not confident about her chances of winning. They're just trying to convince you that they're confident so you'll get blackpilled and demoralized. Anyways, 300,000 people. Ooh, oh my God, the population of a reasonably sized city. If a handful of content creators were to do a get out the vote thing, we could probably scrap together 300,000 voters. It wouldn't be difficult. Now, where would they be located, though? They'd be located in places like Wyoming. Places and Ohio, safe red places. That's why I'm not worried about the Swiftie endorsement. Who gives a fuck? Yes, Taylor Swift has a talented voice. Excellent. Does that mean that she knows jack shit about politics? No, it does not. It's just like I know a great deal about politics. Does that mean that I can get up on stage and deliver an A-list performance before 20,000 people and sell out a stadium? No, it does not. The fact that I have one talent does not necessitate that I'm talented in everything. The same is true of Swift, whose music I'm generally not a fan of, but admittedly she does have a good voice and she's very good at branding herself, so she's got that, but that doesn't mean she knows anything about sociopolitics. I doubt that she knows anything about it at all, other than, hey, Kamala Harris had a better than expected debate performance. Most of my fans probably lean towards her anyways, so I'm going to get myself involved in politics because then I'll sell more tickets. I'll sell more merch. Now, I don't want to hear about how many people went to vote.gov. I want to hear about how many people went to buy a Taylor Swift hat, because I think that was the entire point. Hey, I just cashed $2-3 million in a day extra. Yeah, that's pretty good, I can buy another Lambo or something like that. That's the whole fucking point. The celebrities are in it for themselves, primarily. I admit, I'm involved in politics partially for myself. I fully admit to it. If Kamala Harris is elected, then my tax rate will go up considerably, and I might die in World War III. That's more meaningful to me than selling hats. So in part, I oppose Harris because she's a psychopath. Yes, in part I'm in it for myself and for those people around me that I care about. No, I don't want them to be wasted in nuclear fire. I don't want them to pay more money. If anything, taxes should be slashed massively. Yeah, I've got skin in the game. I'm a taxpayer, so fucking sue me. That's about all. Peace out.